Your soul's not being dramatic. It's screaming, like full-on primal, get me off this Wi-Fi-infested planet screaming. Because let's be honest, modern life has turned us into dopamine-zapped lab rats, frantically tapping screens like we're gonna find salvation in a push notification. Back before Wi-Fi, people had actual problems, like farming, hunting, or trying not to die from dysentery and disappointment. Purpose wasn't some cute word you wrote in a $29 notebook from a boutique that smells like sage and capitalism. It was simple. Don't get eaten. Don't freeze. Don't screw up the harvest. Now, we're debating politics with strangers named @CryptoBro69 while buying fake coins from a guy who still lives with his mom and calls himself NFT Wolf. Yeah, your soul's watching this circus like, bro, I didn't sign up for this glitchy simulation. Let's take a second to remember something wild. Talking with your mouth, face to face, before emojis, voice notes, and that terrifying typing bubble. You had to knock on someone's door, like a barbarian. You wanted to know what your friend ate? You showed up and sniffed the air, and that grounded you, that made you human. Now, we're just floating avatars, scrolling for dopamine hits, checking if our ex married someone uglier, or if Susan from HR is still selling essential oils that clear your aura. Your soul isn't craving another app or another hack. It's craving something real, unfiltered, unmonetized, unbothered. And speaking of bothered, let's talk about hustle culture. These dudes online screaming rise and grind while selling recycled TED Talks for $997 like they just discovered ambition. They've got vision boards, ring lights, and 10 productivity apps, and yet they still can't explain why they feel empty inside. You think a Canva worksheet's gonna give you purpose? Try building something. Helping someone, doing literally anything that doesn't end in #Monday motivation. Back in the day, if you didn't hustle, you froze. You got shunned or eaten by wolves. Now we've got unlimited data, a million options, and we're still standing in the kitchen asking ourselves if watching 42 YouTube shorts counts as rest. Spoiler, it doesn't. And here's the part that really stings. We've traded actual skills for content. Everyone's a creator now. Unboxing air fryers, whispering into mics for ASMR, lip-syncing life advice from someone who's 19 and lives off energy drinks. That's not purpose. That's a midlife crisis with a ring light. Your soul doesn't want followers. It wants a reason to get up that doesn't involve charging your phone. It wants you to learn how to fix a car, grow a tomato, tell a story that doesn't end with, don't forget to smash that like button. Look, Wi-Fi's not the enemy, but it sure as hell ain't the savior. It's a digital leash, a hypnotic loop, a glowing rectangle that tricks us into thinking we're connected while we forget what it feels like to just be. And don't even get me started on the digital detox trend. People treat logging off for 48 hours like they're achieving nirvana. Bro, you're not the Dalai Lama because you skipped TikTok for a weekend. You're just slightly less addicted. You want real peace? Go chop some wood. Bake a loaf of bread that doesn't look like a war crime. Make something with your hands. Sweat. Fail. Feel your heartbeat for a reason that isn't anxiety. Your soul doesn't want a yoga retreat in Tulum. It wants you to stop being a slave to the scroll. And while we're at it, let's take a wrecking ball to the whole van life aesthetic. Look, I get it. Photos of sunrises, fairy lights, your legs sticking out of a Sprinter van with a caption like, just vibin' off the grid. But let's be honest, you're not a nomad. You're a tech worker with trust fund backup and a fancy French press. Real nomads cross deserts with a camel and a half-baked map. You've got Starlink and an Instagram reel quota. That's not freedom. That's just Airbnb with wheels. Your soul doesn't want a curated feed. It wants dirt under your nails, sweat in your eyes, something so honest, so human that it can't be posted. So here's the wake-up call. Your soul isn't broken, it's bored. It's begging for something raw, unfiltered, something that doesn't involve a screen, a hashtag, or a desperate cry for likes. Go live like it's pre-Wi-Fi. Talk to people. Burn your to-do list. Do one thing with your full heart and no audience. That's not regression. That's revolution. And if you need me, I'll be in the kitchen, arguing with my smart fridge, because apparently it thinks I've eaten too much cheese. Judgmental little bastard.